And I am back. I don't remember what I was doing precisely, but I am back. I think there was roughly a plan of relocating my factory, but I can't remember where that would have been relocated to. But, I'm going to leave that view there while I just try to fix something in OBS. Okay, well, I guess I will go to Steel Series to try to fix my audio issue. Since I don't know where to fix it in OBS. Oh, hello, kitty cat.
Rare veins scatter around different planets. They will greatly improve production efficiency, so if you find them, collect them, and put them as a part of industrial production.
So I'd love to collect some rare veins. I don't think I have any on this planet. Okay, well, I will just deal with the problem and sort it out later. Actually, maybe I can fix this through a different way. Because the problem I'm having is my lock button for my... See, my keyboard has a lock button. And I always had it set so it did not actually lock. And I was using that as my mute button. But now, it actually wants to lock the screen. Windows doesn't seem to give me the option to fix that. What is it? No, it is set to mute and unmute mic. It shouldn't do anything else. It should not lock. That is just super annoying. There's probably a fix for it, but I don't know what the fix is right now off the top of my head, so I'll just have to be what it is. Yes, kitty cat? You want it up, but you want it up on your terms and not my terms? You did not want to be picked up? That is understandable. I have a very skeptical looking cat in my lap currently. She kept coming to the edge of my chair and putting her paws up like she wanted up. But now that I picked her up and put her up, she does not want it. Which I feel like is very typical cat behavior. Okay, our oil production can be improved. And this is absolutely not worth doing, but I'm going to take that down. And then alright, I just need to set up the intakes. And the outputs need to be, of course that's not going to be a problem, I need to extend that anyway. The outputs I need to make sure I get this right. So the first output is got to be oil. Second output is hydrogen. The hydrogen is what we're using right now. We don't actually have a use for the oil right now. We need to get that oil being put into other things. Okay. Alright, let's look for where I was thinking of building. Actually, that right there might be a good place to build relatively good open space without a lot of resources on it. Yep, that'll be where the factory gets built. A little bit away from everything else, but that is fine. Actually, before I get too far. I want to build more conveyor belts, thus I will need a absolute ton of them. Alright, class currently think that I have more of than I need. That is fine. Grab more gears than I needed. I do love that I'm like have about twice as much power as I need. It's a good place to be. I'm just sitting here burning through power. I have to figure out what's going on with my Logitech keyboard. It feels like all of the special functions are just not working at all. I feel like my custom setting is just completely not doing anything. Wait, what's it? But even the default mute mic button doesn't work. Oh, this is weird. Gotta have software that's not playing nice with each other. Really could go for faster drones, but I'd also need more power to make that really viable. At least I've got more. I think when you start this game, I think you've got 3 drones.
The data shows this is a planet without natural titanium veins. Perhaps you can get some by collecting gravel. If you need a massive titanium collection, you need to find a planet rich with titanium veins as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely have to go explore more of the solar system to get all of the resources I need, but I knew that from fairly early on. I can find titanium on this planet, but not in large quantities. I'm like, why can't I grab it there? Because it goes to storage over here. That's why. Alright, what do I need to make? Do I have... I do have. Okay. There. Alright. Let's go this way. I don't know if there's only one gap in my solar ring or if there's more, but one thing I wish this game modeled correctly was solar eclipses. Because there is, yeah, that planet right there. Such a big planet would result in frequent solar eclipses. But we're currently going in the right direction. We are not getting towards solar eclipse territory. Okay. I think that's my last. I think that was my last gap in power. Which does also mean that a lot of these towers are not useful anymore. So if I just grab like one, as if I'm only gonna need one of those. I need a few more than that. Okay. here's our beautiful spot where we want to start setting up our factory. So time to pave it all. Of course, we're going to always be limited by the fact that this water planet has got basically we actually wonder if we were to go to this planet, which is desert. I wonder if we would be able to basically pick up dirt from there and bring it back. That might be what we end up doing in the long run. Well, I don't think I can fly to other planets yet. Yes, so I am able to get to the next level of upgrade, but I'm not there yet. Okay, so first things first is I need to get refined materials headed to that new location. First things first, I need to get materials built and on the way. Hey Juan, how's it going? Okay, what do I need to build? A mining machine. I've got the magnetic coil, I've got the gear, I've got the raw ingot. I need these circuit boards. I'm busy trying out stuff. Ah, so if anything goes wrong in my live stream, I can just blame it on you. I like this. I've always been a fan of having someone else to blame. Oh yeah. Got all three of them in that. We really like that. Now, how we get as much metal down this conveyor belt as we... Nope, dang it, you're not supposed to do that. Stop it. Bad. You're not supposed to go over, you're supposed to go into. You're supposed to combine. Okay, how we get all this conveyor belt to work well together, that'll be a problem for a different day. For now, we just need it going down and collecting. Although, now that I've done this, I don't think what I want coming down this is going to actually be raw iron. What I want really coming down here is refined iron. So we're going to send it up the other way first, refine it, and then have it come down. No, Vast, I would really not rather deal with you right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with this another time, but basically it looks like my Logitech is not like my Logitech keyboard doesn't think it's actually on doing anything. Okay, so move this to head north. We're gonna wrap this around. Now I want dirt so that I can build a platform for all that, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough dirt to be able to do what I want. I have to find a way to. Actually, I feel like this should go this way. Alright, now I just don't have the soil to do quite what I want, but this will be close enough, I guess. Alright, so now they have an input and an output. Which they do need to be told what to make, which I find kind of silly because if you've got metal coming in and you can only do one thing with metal, it should be able to kind of auto-assume what it wants, what you're going to need from it. So do I have the materials to make another one or two of those? Yeah, I've got the material to make 10. Let's make 10. And now we're missing that item. Hey Jeff, how's it going? Okay. So now we get back out this way. Where we actually want to be gathering and using all of this steel. gotta ship all the metal halfway across the world. Why? Because it means that I don't have to worry about going around things for the factory. We can just build everything we need right out here. Successfully failed, or successful failed tested. I feel like that's bad grammar there. You successfully failed a test? You successfully found out that the thing does not work the way you wanted it to work? Oh, get myself distracted again. So you cannot live stream while I am live streaming. That is probably for the best. Yes. Gotta love Highway 1. Okay, so now that we've got it down here, now we need to actually start making stuff with the iron. Which, the first thing we need to make with iron, which I realize the fact that we're bringing it down as iron means I do need to decide whether I'm making iron or magnets along the way. But what was the first thing I needed iron for? Gears, I guess. So that's the. I feel like I'm gonna need more room than that. I feel like that can't be there. Needs to be down further. But okay, this will work. Then what I need next, because what I need next is actually probably magnets. So I need another iron source. Luckily, we've got iron veins right over here. Can I? Yep. Cool. But this isn't quite going to give me what I want. Going to need more than 3 to get every... no. Okay, so that is... Every one of these is tapped into. That's pretty good. We like that. And we can bring it all down this way where we're going to convert everything to magnets. Yes, that'll work. Okay. And then over here, we just turn all of that into magnets. So we'll do 5 of those. So we're going to tell them to make magnets. And of course I'll have to make more. I'm producing my own iron plates, which is horrible and wasteful. It's a bad use of my time. So I don't know how magnets work, Jeff. All I know is I need magnets. I think magnets are one of those things where you can tell me how magnets work, but I'm just going to disagree with you and go black magic. Alright, now I need that to come down and join this row. But I think I actually need to change things slightly here. I want the other one to jump this line. I do not. These do not put my magnets on my iron ingot line. That'd be very counterproductive. Like I said, you can explain how a magnet works to me, and I think I'm going to just sit here and go, nope, black magic. So I disagree with your assessment on magnets there, one. Alright, so you're making gears. You're going to make what are you going to make? Magnetic coils, I guess. Which means it also needs an input of copper. Now, magnetic coils, what does it take to make a magnetic coil? 2 magnets and so it means I want the magnet closer than the copper, but the copper is going to be... Oh, we can fix this. The copper is going to come from further away anyway. Okay, I have to go over, and you cannot do this under. This is probably fair. Annoying, but fair. Alright, and now we are working on polymer plastic. I can't even use that yet. Okay, do I have everything required to make? I'm running out of iron ingot. Well, I can fix that if I need to. 4, or I guess 5 miners should be enough for what I'm trying to do here. I feel like this is kind of funny that I got most of what I wanted out of this. Like, this ore patch is very well built for I can get a ridiculous amount out of it with just 1 or 2 miners, but to get all of it I still have to get 4 miners on it total. There's no way to get it completely happy. That's not what I want. I don't want it to go over. I want it to go through. Because I want these to tee up so they feed onto the same belt. I need to get back to home base and fuel up. Let's get back home and get myself some fuel if I can. Actually, well, run around. Yeah, I don't have the ability to make yellow science yet. Oh, and my science is a dead stop because I need to make something with oil. Preferably something I'm going to consume. Oh. Yeah, that's what I should be doing with my oil right now. Okay, so that needs to be made in a refining facility. Alright, this is going to be a big undertaking. Like this should, in theory, now be able to do. Okay, I need oil refineries because I'm going to basically double refine the oil. If I remember correctly, this takes a lot of. Like, I'm going to need a lot of these facilities to make this effective. Okay, what do I need to make these? Prisms and magnetic coils. Well, I don't have the magnetic coils or the prisms. Magnetic coils are... Where are my magnetic coils? You can't tell me I'm not storing at magnetic coils anymore. Oh, over there. Next to magnets for some reason? Oh, I just did it straight across on the row. I understand. But I got myself distracted and did not get power. So let's do that first. Okay, and then I can't make, I don't have anywhere where I'm producing prisms right now, but that is fine. Brick, okay, yep, I am making brick somewhere. Let's see, I have 2 oil refineries. I am currently building 3 more, and then when about 6 should be good enough. We'll call it good. And then over here, we're going to want to split this up. Nope, actually not there because I want to have access to all of the output. Which also means this is going to need to change. But something similar to this could totally work for okay. So do that one right there, and this one right here. And of course, this needs to now slope up. So if we actually get that power right there, can we put it? Yes, right there. Excellent. Oh, that goes up too high. That goes in correctly. That has to go down just one more. Because it cannot play nice together right there, but over here it should be fine. Okay, so now all that is joined up. Now we want a second output going this way. Actually, I think short term I actually want this disconnected. Long term I may not want it, but short term I think I want that completely disconnected. Because we're going to be refining all of our hydrogen into more hydrogen. And we will be turning it into something else that we actually do use. Okay, let's set up our chemical plants. No, not chemical plants, our oil refineries. Let's set them up. Let's go this way. We'll do a row of 3. And of course we do need power for them. Alright, so power needs to go between every 2, that's fine. And what we need is X-ray cracking. And we're going to push this right down the middle. We're going to offset this just slightly, so that way we're not trying to pull materials in the same spots. Okay, got rid of wherever I can. Let's set up our inputs. Now, this takes... I think we're going to be better off building some of these high speed. Which of course I don't have the ability to make a bunch of right now. X-ray cracking uses 2 hydrogen and 1 oil. So on this side, I should be fine using 1 of for each. The other side I'm going to want to use the faster. So I'm fine using the slow ones for the oil side. But we'll use the faster ones for the hydrogen side. Now, of course, the output of this is more oil. So wait a minute. I'm outputting 1 hydrogen and 2 oil on this side. Yeah, so I'm going to have to feed the hydrogen back into itself in order to make this sustainable. Okay, so this outputs the hydrogen, this outputs the graphite? Graphene? I can't remember. I think it's graphite. Yeah, let's keep the same trend on this side. Need more of these again. And of course I don't have. Why is my phone going off so much? It cannot be that important. As a matter of fact, it is not. Okay. Build my outputs again. Nope, that's gotta be filtered. Can't have unfiltered outputs over here. This will make everything really messy really fast. That's how I gave myself a headache last time. Okay, so first things first, I need these to go together. And I need them to go over to this side. And I need them to just feed right into there. So now we just have a self-sustaining loop of hydrogen. The hydrogen is literally going to do nothing but help produce more hydrogen. There, very soon this should be a completely blocked up section of hydrogen, because it takes 2 hydrogen to make 3 hydrogen, but we are building up hydrogen. And that is the critical part there, the thing we need to be building. Meanwhile, the graphite, that was correct. Yeah, energetic graphite can go out. Okay. I'm gonna let this kind of just pump away at itself for a little bit here. We are definitely not using nearly enough oil for this to be producing the amount of hydrogen we need it to be. Because yeah, the oil is moving through quite slowly. But at least like we now have, like, we're not going to run out of, we're not going to just come to a deadlock because the oil's filled up. So that was a bit of a problem. What happens if I remove that? Absolutely nothing. Perfect. That was not quite what I meant to do there. Did not mean to remove the entire deal, which actually, now that I did, that was probably for the better. Okay, and then for our next magic trick, I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to feed this into there. Then I'm going to come around and just connect back into itself. There is a reason I'm doing that. But basically all of that comes down to is I want okay. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do that right there. There. So I want it to feed to other things, but I also want it to feed back to itself. But now we should be getting productivity on science as well, and hopefully this is sustainable. Yeah, it seems like we've got enough hydrogen moving around now that this should be sustainable. Definitely our oil refineries are kind of clogged down. We will have to deal with that at some point, but science, it moves forward. Hopefully we're not going to ever run into a deficit where our science comes to a dead stop. Again, basically hoping we don't run out of hydrogen with this setup. Alright, well, I don't remember what I set out to start doing and making, but we've made progress. It's definitely one of those games that feels like it's hard to make progress unless you play it for like 8 hours a day. How long I was planning to stream it? I was actually going to call the stream here in just a little bit. Oh, YouTube has you watching the stream at 2:40. That is very low. Ah, yes, right. That's where I was at. I wanted copper coming into there. And I got to the point of making the copper mine, but not refining any of the copper. Actually, why am I'm gonna have the smelters on this side. Then I want the copper on this side. And of course I want the iron to go over this and not, because I can't have it go over and then immediately turn. So I want the one that's already going straight to go over. Alright, yeah, as soon as I've got this copper set up, I think then I'm going to call the stream. I've got a couple of things that I do. I really kind of want to continue playing video games. I actually started playing Motorsport Manager last evening just because I didn't know what I felt like playing. And yeah, it's one of those games where I'm like, I would love to play more of that, but that is also a bit of a time sink of a game. I feel like at some point I should actually do a live stream series with Motorsport Manager. I suck at the game, but it is a fun game. Oh, not where I wanted that one. Actually, that's fine. Everything's fine. Unless they're going to be different on both, then no. Everything is not fine. Things have to be uniform. Okay, so the magnets aren't made, the gears are being made. Basically, that first row, the first row there is going to all be stuff that it only takes raw material, or I guess basic refined materials to make. I don't want anything there that needs other manufactured parts to be made. It looks like our hydrogen's going as we want it to, so that's good. So now we take the risk of, let's take off the other side here. There, and now hydrogen can also go into storage. do love how much work I have to put into getting hydrogen working the way I want right now, even though I'm not that far away. I mean, I guess I'm quite far away, but basically there's somewhere around this planet floats a giant ball of gases like hydrogen. The ball of this has everything I need it to be. But okay, we have made progress, and I've kind of actually like did part of what I set out to do, so we're gonna call it there. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Yep, and I hope you guys have a good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, whatever it is where you are. Take care.